Today's function in February 2015 itself at Patna during our All India conference. In fact, we thank our All India executives for spontaneously accepting our idea of hosting the All India committee meeting of NAOA today, which we completed today morning in Chennai with a very busy agenda. The All India committee had the honor of inviting Shri T.S. Paroli to preside over the All India committee today, probably for one last time. We also simultaneously welcome all our All India leaders who have come from all corners of the country to honor our greatest leader. The other important dignitary who was supposed to have come, Shri M. Ramadas, our retired chairman cum managing director, he is held up with some personal problem in his family. So he also conveyed that he will not be coming for the evening. He tried his best. He also conveyed his wishes to Shri T.S. Paroli. Most importantly, we welcome the hero of the day, our beloved leader, Shri T.S. Paroli, for the function and thank him profusely for giving us a chance to honor him by arranging for this function. We also simultaneously welcome all the family members of Shri Paroli, his wife, daughter, son-in-law, son and others for participating in this function and witness the love and affection showered on their hero by all of us. We welcome all the regional managers of Chennai RO and other executives from all other places for the function. We heartily welcome the top executives from Confed, all our fellow leaders from other subsidiaries, especially Shri S.S. Yadav and his colleague who have specially flown in from Delhi to participate in this event. We welcome all the office bearers of UAOA, both past and present, including Shri Vijay Srinivas, who is now the DGM of United India Chennai RO, Shri C.A. Bhaskar, who has very closely worked with Shri Paroli and all other office bearers of UAOA. We welcome with folded hands our greatest leader, Shri J. Cyril, whom we fondly call as Father, for gracing this occasion. Welcome, sir. To share his memories with Shri Paroli, with whom he had a great journey for more than 2 decades, traversing the entire length and breadth of the country by all modes of transport to meet each and every member. We heartily welcome all the retired executives of New India and other subsidiaries who have come in large numbers to share their memories with each other and their association with Paroli. We gladly welcome all the leaders and our fellow comrades from all the other unions, associations, both from New India and from other subsidiaries who are assembled here. Last but not the least, the strength of our NAOA Chennai lies in its members, and we profusely welcome all our members, not only from Chennai, but also from all the Mofussil centers like Pandi, Vellore, Kanchi, Kadalur, Tirunnamalai, etc., and also from all other regions. Once again, we welcome you all. Thank you.
Shri T.S. Paroli, being a great mentor to many, is hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget. He has always worked for a cause, not for applause. He has his life to express, not to impress, and he has not ever strived to make his presence noticed, but he is going to make his absence felt by one and all. Though many of us know the path he has traveled to reach this position, I think this would be an apt moment to share his profile, which brings to the light his struggles and sacrifices for the betterment of officials of insurance industry. I would like to request Mrs. Malar Karthikeyan to bring before us the valuable profile of Mr. T.S. Paroli.
Respected dignitaries at the dais and off the dais, good evening everyone. It's my pleasure and honor to bring to you the profile of a man who has put in an illustrious service of 37 years in this industry. He has also been an unparalleled leader at NIAOA, and he's laying down office tomorrow. And here goes his profile. Shri Thakolam Santana Krishnan Paroli was born on 26/6/1955. His father is late Shri T.P. Santana Krishnan and mother is Mrs. T.S. Sushila. He did his schooling in Chennai He joined Pachaipas College and finished his graduation in BSc in the year 1975. His wife is Miss Magita, and they are blessed with a daughter who is married, and she has got 2 sons, and also a son of Mr. Paroli, of course. And Mr. Paroli spends quality time with his grandchildren. That is one of his favorite pastimes. After finishing his graduation, he worked at Ennore Foundries for a while, and later he joined this esteemed organization, the New India Assurance Company, on 3rd July 1978. He was posted as Development Officer in Regina Mansion DO, which is famously called as DO 100. Later, during 1979, when Egmore branch was opened, he was transferred to Egmore branch as Development Officer. And then on, he worked as an WOD during the year 1988 at Macmillan DO. He became Assistant Branch Manager and was posted to Lingichetty Street branch in 1988. After taking over as Assistant Branch Manager of Lingichetty branch, the office was shifted to Woods Road during the year 1989. Then on, he became a branch manager during the year 1992 and was posted at Saidapet branch and subsequently was transferred to Wood Roads branch. During the year 2000, he was promoted as Assistant Manager, Scale 3, and posted at Rani Seerai Hall, which is 710-300, and subsequently transferred to Roypeta DO. A true leader, he led by example, and in that he was converted from development to administration, and due to conversion policy, which he and the NIOA advocated very strongly. During the year 2002, he became Divisional Manager of Guindy DO. On transfer and mobility policy, he was transferred to Bangalore during the year 2006. Again, a true follower of the transfer and mobility policy, and he sought no exemption for himself. After 3 years, he returned back to Chennai during the year 2009 as Divisional Manager of Macmillan DO 710-700. In the year 2013, he was elevated as Senior Divisional Manager and was retained at Macmillan DO. After a successful stint of 6 years at the Macmillan DO, as a leader of that office, our leader, Shri T.S. Paroli, after a career spanning 37 years, is now saying goodbye to all of us. A stunning career indeed. The official career, as above apart, the trade unionism and leadership qualities which were in blood of Shri T.S. Paroli was brought forth even in his early days of his career. He was instrumental in giving the development officers their rightful place in the industry when he was heading the Development Officers Association. He fought for their legitimacy and supremacy in those days. Many benefits which the development officers still enjoy were the fruits of the many struggles he had headed as the Secretary and the President of the Development Officers Association. After becoming an officer in 1988, he straightaway plunged into the New India Officers Association and became the General Secretary of the association in his very first year as the Executive Committee member. And there was no stopping after that for this great man. He rose up to the levels of All India President and simultaneously also was the Secretary General of the Confed. His role was eminent in all the wage revisions in these 3 decades. Apart from this, he was instrumental in bringing the pension scheme 1995, which has benefited thousands of employees. Many HR reforms were vetted in his industry with his role and participation, which will be a very long list. Friends, we are sure this superannuation will leave a big vacuum that can never be replaced in the industry in general insurance and in NIOA in particular. Thank you, everyone. I wish Mr. Paroli and his family a very, very contented and peaceful retired life. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for sharing a wonderful, valuable profile of our leader. Ladies and gentlemen, as this evening is moving so beautifully, of course with a heavy heart, as most of us would be stirring their memories of their acquaintances and association with our captain, and would it not be an excitement for all of us to listen to such experiences? And here comes the addressing of the delegates. The first and foremost address will be our chief guest, our beloved CMD, Shri Srinivasan, a man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas who incessantly chisels the excellence of all efforts to keep our company in #1 position. Sir, may I take the pleasure to request you to address this event?
Mr. Paroli, his family members, fellow New Indians, my friends from the insurance fraternity. Good evening to every one of you here. This is a very rare opportunity for me to participate. I mean, I don't really get an opportunity of participating in many farewell functions, which today happen in a large number across the country. When I was approached for participating in this function, I said yes immediately, because for me, Mr. Paroli is more a friend than anyone else. I know Mr. Paroli for many years. Probably it was in the year 1984 when I joined the Umudia Shopping Center, that is 2060 Divisional Office. He was a development officer in the Egmore branch, and I used to have a very close interaction with him. I have to remember Mr. Ramanan, who was also there at that point of time in the same divisional office. It was a very interesting phase of my career, because I always cherish the early part of my career, which today is responsible for many of the things what I am today. So I always found him to be very, very positive, extremely customer friendly, and always very forceful in putting forth what he felt was right. And that is something which I always liked and cherished. So he moved a long way up the ladder of the organization from being a development officer those days. He became an officer, became a branch manager, and became a divisional manager with a stint in Bangalore. And then finally is now superannuating as senior divisional manager. I think this rise has been entirely due to his hard work. I would like to use this opportunity to put on record my sincere appreciation for the great contribution he has made to the assurance. I would like to thank him for all that he has done to this great organization, and also his family, who have stood by him, that enabled him to contribute so well to this organization. Friends, today we are facing a very challenging task, not only New India, all the 4 public sector companies. So a lot of those people who joined in the period between 77 and 85, where the maximum recruitment took place in all cadres, are today due for retirement. Maybe the next 2 to 3 years we'll see people one after another superannuating. And unfortunately, as an industry, we did not recruit for almost 20 years, whatever be the reasons for it. So there is a kind of a vacuum at the middle of the organization today. The seniors, the experienced people are all superannuating. The youngsters who joined 4 or 5 years back, or those who get promoted, are still too junior to pick up the baton and continue the relay race in this general insurance industry. So this is a big challenge the entire public sector insurance industry will face for the next 4 to 5 years. And this is in a period where the industry is going to be faced with huge amount of changes. The Insurance Act, which was passed a few months back, is thrown open the industry to face, public sector insurance companies face a lot of challenges. More new direct insurers are entering the market. The competition is going to be more severe. Foreign reinsurers are going to set up branches, and we have seen whenever foreign reinsurers enter any market, they will not only be mere reinsurers, they will, through direct insurance companies, especially the smaller insurance companies, try to take business. And huge amount of changes are happening. We are now seeing a regulation coming every week, and more are likely to come. So in a year's time, this industry is going to be completely different from what it is today. So it's at this point of time, we are losing experienced people. So this is a challenge we have to overcome. I mean, we will overcome. We have seen similar challenges in the past, but then we need to put in a lot of preparations, a lot of mentoring of the youngsters, so they pick up quickly and probably cover up 10 years in a small span of time. So this is what we have to do if the public sector insurance industry has to maintain its current status of being the dominating player in the insurance industry. So this is a major challenge, and before this function, I had bid farewell to Mr. Devanathan again. So this is again a major loss of a very important person for Chennai region. I understand that about 11 employees are superannuating tomorrow. I also would like to use this opportunity to thank all those 11 new Indians from Chennai region for their great contribution to this region. And in this difficult phase, I think we have to make sure that we maintain our status as the dominating player in the general insurance industry. All of us need to work hard. I'm sure that many of the ex-New Indians whom I see here, I mean, once you are a New Indian, you are always a New Indian, wherever you are, and even if you are 100 years old, I know the interest of New India will be at your heart. So all of us will have to ensure that this great organization maintains its leadership, reaches its vision of being a 50,000 crore company in 2020, which is possible considering the growth potential which is available in this industry. So once again, before I conclude, I would like to thank Paroli for his great contribution. Of course, as a leader of the Officers Association, whether I remember